Good morning, friends. Welcome to another video. It is time to get into the nitty-gritty. Yes, so when I launched the website, obviously I posted my sort of welcome post, which was a little overview about my life, namely my health issues, and I sort of touched on how that's sort of affected my life thus far. So it was really brief, kind of vague, and you guys basically wanted to know more. So I'm going to answer your questions just like I promised, and today's video is going to be the first one, which was the most popular question, and that is what I have, so my disease. So yeah, I just want to quickly say before I jump into it, if things sound vague, like if I sound like I'm being vague and not giving you guys enough detail, it's because I don't know myself. This is a very rare disease and there's a lot of information we don't know and a lot of information I don't know. So I'm not keeping anything from you, I'm not being vague, it's just that I simply don't know that detail. So that's enough of an intro and let's get into it. Okay, so it basically all started when I was 13, or thereabouts. I got really sick the day after my 13th birthday with really bad pain and vomiting. So my parents took me to the hospital and they thought it was appendicitis. So they opened me up, ready to take it out, but it wasn't appendicitis. They took it out anyway because, you know, you don't need an appendix. So the surgeon decided that he would check my bowels. And so he's basically running the bowel and he discovers this massive mass on it. And it ended up being my umbilical cord. So when your outside bit as a baby gets cut and it shrivels up and dissolves, so does the inside bit. Well, it's meant to. Mine didn't, however. Mine grew and attached itself to my bowel, and basically it became another organ. It grew its own blood supply, its own nerves, it had its own muscle lining. It was basically eating away at my bowel and obstructing my bowel, so that was basically what's been causing me to be sick, because it sort of narrowed the bowel section, so it was harder for food to get through when I chucked it up. Yeah, so they had to remove that, and the only way to remove it was to resect my bowel, so I had a bowel resection. And then let's fast forward to 3 years where I started to get sick again. Very similar symptoms, really bad pain, really bad vomiting, ended up in hospital. We saw the general surgeon there who basically said, oh, it sounds like you've got adhesions. So he opened me up and there was adhesions. So he just resected that bit of the bowel because it was a bit unfixable. So I had that done, and then and he's like, okay, yep, this will fix you. Vomiting pain, hospital happened again. And so we saw a gastro, and she goes, well, something's making you sick, let's do all these tests. So I basically did a whole bunch of baseline testing. So colonoscopies, endoscopies, laparoscopies, MRIs, CTs, ultrasounds, x-rays, blood tests, like you name it, I've probably had it. The amount of weird liquids that I have consumed for these tests is ridiculous. He said, look, you've got sky-high levels of eosinophils. And that's basically where this main part started. So she said eosinophils are high in your body when you've got an allergic reaction to food, allergic reaction to drugs, or you've got parasitic infections in your system. And now I wasn't taking any drugs at the time. I wasn't even taking vitamins. So it wasn't a drug allergy. The parasitic infections I got tested for, I went and saw the leading parasitic infection specialist in Australia, and he did all these tests as well and basically said you don't have a parasitic infection. So it was down to food allergy, and again I saw the top leading specialist and pioneer in food allergy studies in Australia, and I did all these tests. I took out every food, like major food allergen, and so it was called an elimination diet if you want to, check it out. and I was basically still getting sick, so my eosinophils were still sky high. So we ruled out food allergy, but I was still getting sick, my eosinophils were still skyrocketing, and they were attacking something in my body. So then we went down the cancer/leukemia route. You know, in some cases, eosinophils can be high and present in when you've got those sort of things. So we went, did all the cancer tests, all of the cancer specialists, what's their names? They have a name. Oncologists. Yes, good work, Jamie. We saw all that, did all the tests, and nothing came up. So that was it was a weird feeling for me finding that out, because I was like, yes, I don't have cancer, and I was like, I still don't have an answer for why I'm sick, which that was sort of weird. Oh my god, Sam, seriously? So that sort of brings us to here and now, basically. I still have skyrocketing eosinophils. I'm still nowhere near finding out why. I have no idea why they're attacking my body, but basically what they do in a nutshell is they seem to think, in my head, this is in my head, right? They seem to think that my stomach, my small intestines and my large intestines and my esophagus, so it goes esophagus, stomach, yeah. So from here down, it basically thinks that those organs are like damaged or need killing. So the eosinophils just rush in and they attack. So they create these like masses of eosinophils on the lining, and they basically just work at eating away the you know, whatever, so my stomach, my esophagus, or my bowels, and it causes these lesions. And the lesions cause a lot of inflammation, and in the process I'm vomiting and feeling really ill. And that's basically what happens. We don't really even have a name for it. I think, like, I don't know, my doctor's appointments confuse me a lot at the moment. So, and I'm gonna do a video sort of a bit more detail about what's been happening in the recent months, namely December, January, February, because these 3 months have just been the worst for me. Really struggled lately, because the health issues are just getting, I'll explain in another video. That's too long for this video. But we don't really even have a name, I think. Sometimes we call it eosinophilic enterocolitis. Sometimes we call it eosinophilic esophagitis and gastroenteritis. And sometimes we just go, your eosinophils are high. So I don't know what we have. I don't even know what I have. I don't know why I have it. I don't know how to fix it. But that's about it, really. That's about it. That's basically what I have. I know it's vague. I know it was a bit mumble jumble and I'm a bit all over the place, but that's because I don't know. It boggles me. It actually boggles me that I don't know, and that the doctors don't know, and that it just looks like we can't find out. And so I just, whenever I talk about it, whenever I try and explain it to someone, I sound like this mumble mess, because, like, when I say it out loud, I'm trying to work it out in my head too, but, so I do apologize for that, but even if I describe this to you in person, I would be all weird and blah, 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 like I am right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this answered some of your questions. I know you guys have asked so many other questions than that, and I will answer them, I promise. But that is my video. I hope it, yeah, I don't know. It probably didn't give you guys any clarification, but welcome to my world. So I will see you guys in my next video. And as always, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my website, and I would love to chat with you guys. I love social media and the fact that we can connect and share stories and bounce off each other and support one another. So all of my links are down below. Check me out on social media and let's chat, let's connect. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Mwah.